Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, a question I get all the time is, how do I get sound with my drone video? Well, it's pretty easy, and there's some basic things that you've got to have. You have to have a way to record that audio, right? In this case, the camera that I'm filming this with right now is a DJI Action 4. It's got some nice microphones on it. It can record that sound. But even better is to have a standalone microphone. In this case, I've got the DJI microphone system, Mic 2. That's what I've got on right now. One of the things that's important is you can see I've got a wind muff on there. Typically when you're flying your drone, you're outside and there's going to be a breeze or wind. That wind muff will give you good, clear audio, as opposed to not having it. So there's some other ways, there's a lot of different ways you can record audio. You can simply record it with your cell phone if you want. Most cell phones have an audio recorder on it. I've seen people, they'll start the audio recorder on their phone and they'll just stick it in their front pocket and it'll record audio. And there's really great microphones on this. But also, it does not have any kind of wind mitigation. In other words, the wind muff like on my DJI Mic 2 here now, so you often get some wind noise. So the other thing is you have to be able to synchronize it up with your drone footage. The drone itself is not going to record audio. It's not what it's, there's no microphone on here. There's no way for the drone to record audio. I suppose you could mount a mic on it, I suppose, but all you'd hear is the noise from the motors. You probably wouldn't get any good audio out of it. The other thing that you can do, if you've got the DJI RC or most of the smart remote controls, you can record audio with these. It's got a USB-C port down here. In this case, I could plug the receiver. In fact, let's just do it. This is a receiver. This is a wireless mic that transmits. This is a receiver, and I could plug this right into the bottom of my RC, and it's going to, if I do a screen recording, then it's going to record the audio. Now again, you'd have to start a screen recording to get that audio. So that's another way to do it. You don't need a wireless mic. You could use a wired lav mic as long as you could plug it in here, plug it into your camera, or even if you had just one of those portable digital recording devices, that would work. The key is then synchronizing it up in post-production. In other words, when you're editing your video, how are you going to match the audio that you recorded with, you know, the movement of your lips when you're talking or whatever it is that you happen to be doing. Let's get the drone up in the air, and I'm going to show you a really easy trick, an easy way to synchronize that up. Okay, I've got the DJI Mini 4 fired up and I've started recording. And so I have a couple sources of video now. I've got my B-roll camera, the DJI Action 4 looking at the drone, and then of course the video off the drone itself. And we want to be able to synchronize audio on both of those. And I'm recording directly to my DJI microphone, so that will give me my audio file. So let's go ahead and take off here real quick, and I'm going to show you how to, the first step that you're going to take to synchronize that up. Take off. So there's a little drone in the air right there. Let's turn it around here. And I am going to go in and turn off obstacle avoidance because I want to bring the drone in closer to us. And with that obstacle avoidance on, it won't let us do that. So I'm going to turn the B-roll camera around so that it is facing me as well. And I've got the controller right here. And let's bring the drone in. And so you're seeing video of me and the drone right now, and I've got audio recording to my mic. How am I going to synchronize them up? Well, one of the easiest ways to do that is going way back to the early 1900s when they first started making movies, and they had to synchronize multiple cameras, and then later on when they started having the ability to record audio, they'd have to synchronize that out as well. Well, one of the things they used is, you remember the old clapper boards that you would see in movies. You know, take one, snap, and that clapper board would snap. That's how you do it. So what I do in a situation like this is I simply clap my hands. So I've got 3 claps there, and that will create a spike on the audio waveform that I'm recording with my mic here, and it'll actually also on the Action 3 camera, because the Action 3 camera is also recording audio, and I can then synchronize all that up. Easily synchronize that up. I just match those spikes in the waveform and it's all synchronized. And then obviously there's no microphone on the drone that's in front of me right now, but the action of when I clap my hands, I can use that to synchronize with the video coming off of this B-roll camera and that video, and with that audio waveform, and it's all synchronized perfectly then. And let's just take the drone for a little flight here at the park to show you that it will stay then synchronized the whole time. You could also, I'm not doing it right now, but if we were doing a screen recording on the drone or on the remote control, we could also then synchronize that. Often on my videos, I'll have 3 or 4 different video files, and I can synchronize them all perfectly using that audio with all of them perfectly, using that trick that I just showed you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on obstacle avoidance on the drone again, because I don't want to have any issues, run into something with the drone by accident. Let's see. Let's just move forward right now and see what the drone will do. And look, it just goes right around. It's not going to hit me. Once you turn that obstacle avoidance on, it's not going to hit anything. Let's just have a quick look around the park here, and I can show you then that audio will stay perfectly synchronized. So reverse and up, let's do a droney. And we got that drone up in the air here through the trees. One of the things that I often do is at the end of the flight, I do, just in case something gets out of sync, I'll do another clap maneuver, and that will then allow me to make sure that the audio stays perfectly synchronized. Coming down between the trees here, and again with this drone, one of the cool things is you don't have to worry about running into anything with that obstacle avoidance coming into the trees there. Even if I made an error, it would avoid whatever was next to it. And I was kind of talking and flying there at the same time, so I apologize for stumbling there a little bit. But let's bring this guy in again. And obviously we're in obstacle avoidance territory, so I can't really come any closer than that. But I'm going to do the claps again. And that again gives me another waveform on my microphone that I can match up and make sure that everything is fully synchronized. So it looks like we are pretty close over the yeah, I was trying to push the camera down there. There we go. I knew we were pretty close over the landing pad there. This, you know, I like that one button, the programmable buttons on this remote, and I got that set up so, and I was able to push the camera down 90 degrees. We're going to put it into landing mode. I'm going to pull the left stick straight down, and as soon as it goes into landing mode, it'll pick that camera up and look at us again. So left stick straight down now. And as soon as it goes into landing mode, you can let go of the stick and it's going to land. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my office and I'm going to do a screen recording on my computer of what I'm looking at in my video editor and how I line all that stuff up, and then we'll do a quick conclusion. Okay, we've got 3 files loaded in the editor. The top file is the Action 4. The second one down is the audio file from the microphone. The third one is from the drone. Now, if you look at the waveforms on the files, you see those spikes? Those spikes are when we did the clap. So what we're going to do now is we want to line those up with the waveform that you see on the Action 4 camera. I'm doing that automatically here. Most video editors can line it up automatically for you like I did there. Now, what you may have to do is line them up manually, which is very easy. So I'm going to move that file and get it out of synchronize again here. And basically, all you're going to do then, see, I've moved it out. So we're just going to line those spikes back up and we'll get it perfectly to where the audio is lined up with the file, the audio file from the Action 4. Now we need to line up the file from the drone so that it's in sync. So I'm just basically moving that file back and forth. Right now I'm looking for where the part is I got the first clap there. That's on that third row down. And I'm going to move that file. I'm going to drag it over until it basically lines up. And then slowly I'll move it over just slightly and just keep testing it till they're perfect. And there it's not quite right. But let's try that again. Looks like, not quite. But we just keep moving it an inch at a time here. I keep moving it. And look at this. This is going to be pretty close, I think, right here. Yeah, still not quite. So I'm going to move it just a little bit more. And you'll see my hands are just right together in both of them. So it's perfectly lined up. So now, as I move the timeline, you can see both those video files are lined up. Again, the drone is on the left and the action camera is on the right. They're perfectly lined up just the way you want it. Here, take a look at that file in its completed form right here. Well, one of the things they used is, you remember the old clapper boards that you would see in movies. You know, take one, snap, and that clapper board would snap. That's how you do it. So what I do in a situation like this is I simply clap my hands. So I've got 3 claps there. Okay, the video editor that I was using there is called Magix Movie Edit Pro, but all of your editors are going to be, it's going to be a similar process. Now, there's so many different editors out there. Obviously, I don't know them all and I can't show them all to you, but how you line that stuff up is going to be very similar. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope now you know how you can get good audio. And we just got a wind going here, out here right now, and without this wind muff on here, you'd hear a lot of wind noise, so it's cool how that works. Anyway, I hope this helped you figure out how you can record audio with your drone flights. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I so appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. The DJI Mini 4 Pro and using the DJI Mic 2, that's how you're going to get good audio. See you guys later.